Hey my loves. Okay, disclaimer. Listen, honey, if you are not warm, if you just rolled out of bed, you're still a little stiff, you haven't done much movement today, do not do this class right now, okay? This class is intentionally made to do after you have either done a dance class, you've gotten home, you're like, okay, I'm gonna cool down and really stretch while I'm still somewhat warm. This is after you get back from doing a long walk with your dog. You need to have done some sort of movement that has gotten you a little sweaty, a little heated with your heart rate up, because we're gonna be going really deep into some stretches. We're really trying to build flexibility here, and I don't want any of you to be tearing muscles because you aren't properly warm, okay? So maybe just go back, do one of the quick workout videos, and then come back. You'll be so ready, but please, please, for my sake, make sure that you are warm. You have stretched, you're ready to cool down and really get flexy and expand your range, that your muscles can lengthen and that your fascia can open safely, okay? So if you've done all that, you're like, Roxie, yeah, I'm good. I'm still sweaty, girl. Let's do it. Awesome. Grab your bolster. Go ahead and grab a foam roller too. Grab some water. Put your hair up. Let's do it. So you guys, we are going to be working on getting flexibility here. Put your bolster aside. We're going to just roll out our legs a little bit. We'll start with the hammies. But I still want you to be really mindful. Listen to your body. Listen to the signals that it is sending you of, ooh, yes, go deeper, or ooh, no, back off. Make sure that you breathe. We're just getting our left hamstring right now, just a little bit. And breathe into any places that are tight. Really send your breath there, send some loving affirmations to your body, things like, you are safe and supported to release and open, or I love you, you know, you got this. Anything that's gonna help you just relax and go a little deeper. Get kind of more the side of that leg. Okay, we're gonna do the other hamstring, and then we'll get the front of our legs too. Rolling out. Ooh. Wow. Just got back from a pole class and I can already feel where I'm going to be bruised tomorrow. Just getting that leg, just smoothing out the muscle and the fascia, starting to clear some of that lactic acid. And getting onto the side, kind of diagonal a little bit. Ooh, yeah. Pulling your core in to support your spine here. Okay, let's flip around. We're gonna get those quads. Okay. So this is what I like to do. Take kind of like a deep lizard here. If this isn't accessible for you, you can just do this on the one leg. Ooh, yeah. But this can feel nice to get a little hip stretch. Remember, you should be good and warm, so you should be okay to do this. Ooh, yes. Hello. So if you do this every day after you do a dance class, whether it's online or in person or going to class, whatever performance, you are going to start to see a huge difference in your flexibility. All right, let's switch sides. And in how you are going to see a reduction of soreness the next day as well, because right, we're rolling out our legs, we're going to get a good stretch. We're going to rebalance the body so that you wake up feeling good and mobile and not all stiff and crunchy. Get Get into that front of the leg. Ooh. Okay, now we're gonna try and get our inner thighs. They're a little trickier, but if you can get it, it feels so good. So you want to kind of come to like a half frog almost, and you're going like this. Ooh, getting that inner thigh feels so good, and you're getting a stretch. Oh my gosh. This is real cute. And let's get the other side. Ooh, there she is. And when you're here, you're almost in a forearm plank. So you really want to have your core active, pulling up and in, making sure you're not just sinking through your shoulders. Still have your good form here. Awesome. Okay, y'all, let's put that aside. Oh, and taking a downward dog. Shaking the head out, no. Walking it out through the back of the legs, really plugging in through your fingertips. Shoulders away from the ears, scapula plugged. And you're trying to straighten your back here, so no rounding. Really trying to arch your low back like you're trying to stick your tailbone straight up to the ceiling. Inhale, right leg up, and really lengthen as you lift. So really draw the toe away. Try and create that spaciousness in the body. So pressing into the floor. Imagine someone's pulling that toe away from your body. Pull the ribs in, relax the neck. Breathing here, take a look at that left leg. Make sure your toes are spread, your ankle is balanced, and your knee is supported, not locking. Go ahead and flip into wild thing. Really trying to stretch from that right knee, taking that diagonal side here. You may even feel a stretch in your psoas here. Beautiful. Slowly flipping back around and extend that leg out to the side. Taking that other arm up, dancing starfish. Again, find that spaciousness here. Exhale, hand down, keeping that leg out, trying to rotate your hips to face down, and then lower down. So obviously your hips aren't gonna be perfectly square, but trying to do what you can. Feeling nice stretching sensation through that outer right leg. And just take a couple ripples down. And lengthen to come up, down. Beautiful, coming down to that forearm, reach for that foot. Now imagine you could draw that right hip away from the leg here, just a little bit, like you're still trying to square off your hips to really send that sensation through the outside of that leg. For this, it's okay if your leg is straight and you're not keeping a micro bend because there's no weight in that leg, so go ahead and let it straighten. Again, staying lifted through the shoulder, no collapsing here. Spaciousness, long neck. Breathing into the belly. Breathing into any places of tightness. Awesome. From here, you're gonna hold on to that foot. Make sure that right arm is really strong. You're gonna roll up. So you're kind of here in a little supported split stretch here, totally on your booty. Breathing into the back of that leg, and now we're gonna take a little rotation exercise here. So I want you to, from the hip, turn out, rotate, and rotate in. So turn out, even as you lengthen here, and turn in. And notice how that changes the stretch in the leg. Just rotate, 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 rotate. This is a great way to work on getting your turnout in your stretching, because it is quite an intense stretch to really turn out from the hip and keep that leg straight. So now try pointing that toe. Turn out, rotate. So yeah, really feel that it's coming from the hip. Keep that leg straight. This is some active stretching right here, working those muscles as we stretch them. And then take a moment to hold the turnout rotation. Make sure your foot is winging, no sickling here. Try to draw that leg towards the heart, staying lifted out of the shoulders. And awesome, bringing it back down, taking that rotation, hands forward, tuck that back toe, and lifting the hips up. You're gonna step that foot forward to a lunge. Squaring off the hips, squeezing your glutes, nice and strong here. Lifting those arms up, find that neutral pelvis, squeeze glutes here, lengthening, lengthening, taking a little arch. And bring that right hand behind you. If you want to put a block here, you can to support you, or put that hand on the floor. So still squeezing that left glute. And exhaling, coming down, straightening that front leg. And I want you to take this leg over to the opposite edge of the mat. Ooh, and then bring your hands to the other side. Hello. And then make sure no sickling. Again, winging that foot. Ooh, hello, outer edge of the leg. Oh no, I'm really feeling getting this outer, this outer side here. We'll get the inner fat, don't you worry. So then if you want here to take a twist, here, pulling that right hip back, core in, long spine, and breathe. Ooh, I'm gonna bring that leg back in just a little bit for some better balance. And bringing that leg back to the center. Something that I like to do to help me find a little more openness, especially in a stretch like this, instead of just holding it here in a static stretch, I like to circle that ankle. First of all, like really circle it, see how that changes the stretch. And then circle your hips too. Try taking a couple hip circles and see how the angle of your pelvis changes where the stretch is. You can try also here, rotating in or out, like get a little experimental with it. See how changing, either arching or rounding through the spine changes the stretch. Just take a few moments here to explore a little bit. Awesome, so grabbing your bolster, prepare to do our, half child's pose stretch here. If you'd like, you can just do that and have the bolster in like this. If you really want to take it to the next level, put your leg under the bolster. So notice I have my knee supported, so I'm not going to be locking into my knee, but still getting that kind of same overstretch sensation here. So this is a safe thing to do for my hypermobile people. Even if you're really hypermobile in your hips, you can can get it even right up under your hips and come down. Just try a couple things out, see what feels good for your body, see what allows you to feel a nice deep stretch. Ooh, inner thighs. And then just breathe, connect in with the body. Breathing into the hips, breathing into the spine, into the back of the legs, the inside of the legs. Awesome, coming up. Get that poster to the side. With that same leg, so we're gonna open up into our gate opener here. This nice side stretch from the right toes to right hands. Squeezing that left glute to support the hips. Really feeling that openness through the front body here. I want you to lift that leg off. Again, pressing into the floor. Core in, and from your core, find that length and that spaciousness. And then use your glutes and your core to really support your body. Making sure you're not rounding forward in that shoulder. Keep it back. Scapula plugged down. Go ahead and bend that knee, reaching back for the foot. Press the foot into the hand to open up through the front body. Should feel really nice through those pec major and minor in the upper chest. Beautiful. From here, you're gonna flip your grip. So from over here to under, you bring that leg forward, straighten it out, right? So we were here, we're gonna bring it forward, 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 straighten it. This is where you might wanna put a block under this hand here. You're going to slowly open up, working towards getting a full 180 little split stretch here. You know what, I'm actually going to grab a block for this. Oh, okay, here we go. Little prop break. So this is one example of how you can use a block to support you here. Yeah, so hand is in the inner arch here. You are stretching away from the legs. You're really trying to find that spaciousness, that length again. Shoulders away from the ears. It took me a while to find this pose, guys, so don't worry if you're not here yet. Even if you're here and you are feeling it, that is great. Just slowly working to that openness. Just breathe wherever you are. And slowly keeping that leg straight as you lower it down and crossing it over that left leg. Hands to the hips coming to your kneeling Gomukhasana here. Inhale, arms up. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up towards the ceiling. Find that length in the spine. So, the farther out you bring your feet, the more intense it's gonna be. Find a good place to be here, and it's okay if you're here. I started here, and it took me a while to really find the openness in my hips to be able to handle this position. So, please just listen to your body with love and compassion. Breathing deeply. Exhale, slowly lowering down with your knees as close to as stacked as you can get. We'll just sit here for a moment, grounding down through the sits bones. Nice tall spine, chin in and back, no slouching. Tall spine, shoulders down, shoulders open. the left side. We're going to flip around. Hello. Take a moment here, stretch in this little forward fold. I'll flip around. I want you guys to bring your weight into the front of your feet, not just hanging out in the back of your ankles. And then again, really trying to arch that low back, trying to stick your booty right up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Inhale, coming up, rolling up, core angles toward the spine. Turn out from the hips, bringing the ankles in instead of toes out. So ankles in. Exhale, squatting down, coming into your malasana here. So using the glutes to keep everything out and open. Balance through the ankles. Elbows pressing the thighs open. Opening through the chest. Inhale, opening to the left. And if you'd like, taking that bind around that right leg, but I don't want this to happen. So really make sure that your arch is balanced and you're not rolling in. Beautiful, release, center. Inhale, open to the right. Again, spaciousness, lift through the spine. Strong glutes, and take the bind here. Beautiful, y'all. Taking that forward fold and walking your hands forward, taking it down to a dog. We're gonna ripple forward to a plank. Nice and slow. Finding your good plank position here, really pressing into the floor, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, lower with control. Inhale, cobra. And I want you to see if you can really ground that pubic bone to the floor and lengthen up and away, like you're trying to drag. Actually, your pubic bone might come off the floor. Ground your knees and your feet into the floor like you're trying to drag yourself up and away from your legs. Create that little bit of space in the low back and then press up. Make sure your shoulders aren't doing this. Keep them down and back, really pressing into the floor. Looking slightly up. Exhale, child's pose. Breathe into the back of the body. Awesome, and let's meet up in downward dog for the other side. I'm going to flip it around so I don't kick the wall. When you are ready, take that left leg up and do it slowly. So again, really like you're trying to lengthen that toe away as you lift. Staying supported with that right leg. Ribs in, shoulders away from the ears. Taking this full three-legged dog here. Fingertips plugging into the floor, core in. Going through your whole body, making sure that everything is supported. And then go ahead and flip into your wild thing. So again, feeling that line from this knee all the way up through the hip, through the chest, through that arm. Squeezing the glutes to support the hips. And breathe. Exhale, flipping, core in, pull that knee in, send it out to the side, strength, strength, strength. And flipping into your dancing star finish. Again, core strong. Expand, find the spaciousness in your body here. Exhale, hand to the floor. Turning the face forward as much as you can with those hips and lowering down. So don't worry guys, my hips are at a diagonal, but it's the idea of trying to square them off, but listen to your body. And take a couple ripples. And coming down onto that left forearm and reaching for that foot, and then try to drop that left hip away from the foot. You can pick it up a little bit if you want. Take a moment to breathe here. Length out through that back toe. Reaching the back toe away from the crown of the head. So finding the length even here. Breathing into the belly. Beautiful, and holding on to that inner arch, core in, strong left shoulder. Bring it a little forward, rolling onto your booty. Here we are. So strong through that shoulder, pulling that leg towards you. Try flexing and pointing a couple times. And then I want you to do that same. Rotate in and out. Noticing how it changes the stretch. And rotate from the glute, core in, glute, booty, booty in, keeping it turned out. Try pointing that toe and pull that leg towards you a little bit. And rolling back to the side, bring your hands up. Tucking that back toe, and lift up nice and strong, and take a lunge here. Beautiful, squaring off the hips, strong booty here. Inhale, arms up. Finding the length here as you arch back, core in to support your spine as you lengthen and arch. And then reaching that back arm back. If you wanted to use a block here, for this you most certainly can. Still squeezing that right glute. Even here, trying to find space in the low back. Breathe. Exhale, coming forward, straightening back, and bring that foot over to the edge of your mat here, and bringing your hands to the other side. Ooh, hello. Breathing deeply. Make sure that you are winging that foot here, no sickling. Really trying to reach that left hip away from the foot. So really anchor down through that ankle and then try to pull back with that left hip to really feel that lengthening pull. It might burn a little. It's fascia being like, oh, hello. So just breathe into that. And then if you want to bring that foot back in just a little bit, we'll take the twist here. And again, really listen. Try not to crank into your low back or anything, but find that nice spiral throughout the whole spine. And coming down, now framing that foot, bringing it center, and find a little movement, circling that ankle. Seeing how it feels to point and flex, and circle your hips too. Take some big hip circles, really hitting all those little angles. Ooh, and then get your spine involved too. See how it feels to curl arch and just find all the little new sensations you can as you breathe. Awesome. All right, grabbing your bolster, using it as you wish for our little half child's pose stretch here. I'm gonna put mine under my leg, but please choose what is going to serve you best today. And breathe. Awesome, inhaling up. All right, transitioning into our gate opener here. Reaching, find the length from toe to fingertips. And squeezing the glutes. Lift that leg off again from the core. And as you're radiating out, finding the spaciousness and length. Really pressing into the floor, making sure that shoulder's not coming forward, but that you are circling it back. Feel that scapula plugging down into the rib cage. And then go ahead and bend that knee, reaching back for the foot. Press the foot into the hand to open up through the front body. Still staying strong through that right glute. All right, if you'd like to grab your block now for your hand, you're gonna flip your grip, reaching for that inner arch of the foot, reaching it forward, and then straightening up, really trying to press those hips forwards. And then arch away from the leg. Breathing deeply. So again, anywhere along here, you're kind of like a clock. Which number on the clock are you gonna be at? Shoulders away from the ears. And bring that leg down, bending it over. Coming into this kneeling pose again. Inhale, arms up, finding the length. You're not doing this. You are really trying to find that neutral, long spine. Drop those shoulders away from the ears and breathe. Beautiful, releasing down, keeping the knees stacked. Let's just take a moment here to sit. Grounding down through the sits bones. Awesome, planting your hands to the right side, we're going to unwind. And all meet up in a downward facing dog. Shake the head now. And moving towards the end of the practice, inhale, right leg up, lift up onto those left toes. Exhale, that leg forward and sliding down into your splits. If you'd like to put your bolster on your leg here and stretch over towards that foot, you can do that. Or not. Just take a moment here. Trying to square off your hips, so drawing that right hip back, left hip forward. If your hips need support here, squeeze your glutes. Taking your time. You can try arching back. forwards. You can reach across to the other side, kind of at a diagonal. So try both. If you want to try your more open hip splits and your squared hip splits, go for it. Try flexing and pointing that toe. Wherever you are, really find your edge. Find where you're getting that good stretch sensation, but you're not locking into your knee. And you can still breathe. Beautiful. 2 more breaths here. Maybe even rocking your hips a little side to side. It can feel nice sometimes. And coming up, planting the hands in one nice strong movement. See if you can keep that leg off the floor. Core in as you stretch it back up. Shake that leg out. And down the other side, left leg up. Lifting up onto your toe. And exhale, coming forward, sliding into your splits. And then you can take your time here. You can start here and work your way down if you want. You can try open hips and then transition into your squared hips. You can use your bolster. Let your body intuitively show you where it needs to be opened, where it needs movement, where it needs stillness, where it needs support with the prop. Wherever you are, just breathing deeply. Planting those hands, and again, really strong through the core. See if you can lift that leg back without letting it touch the floor. Ooh, keep that heel off. Oh, I cheated. Okay, wait. Get it up there. That's a fun little thing to try. And come down. Dropping those knees. And opening up into our middle splits here. Take a few times, just rock forward and back. Beautiful. We're going to stretch up and over to the right. I'm reaching towards the other direction, but if you want to put your hand here for support instead, that's fine. I want you to keep that left hip grounded. Don't let it start to come off here. Really anchor through that sits bones. And then lengthen. Pull your core in, support your spine even here. Shoulders away from the ears. Point your toes. Breathe into that side body, slowly letting the muscles and fascia open. Breathing into the belly. Beautiful. Inhale coming up. exhale, other side. Staying anchored through that right hip. Breathing, trying to keep that shoulder away from the ear. I was cheating there, doing this. Try to really find this nice position here. Slowly try to reach the crown of your head towards that foot. Oh, yes. Make sure you are breathing, telling your body you are safe to release and open. And inhale, coming up, bringing your legs together, grab that bolster. If you want, you could take blocks and put them under either knee here. That can be nice support if you have really hypermobile hips to kind of, give them a little support. Or you can just come forwards. Double stag here. So grab a last nice deep stretch before Shavasana. So lift those hips up, tuck the pelvis, create that space in the low back. Coming down either onto your forearms here if that's good enough for you, or you go down all the way to the ground. Or you can hug that right knee in towards your chest. Use your elbow as a little kickstand here. Do whatever is going to feel the best for you. And then try to breathe through the front of this hip here. We're definitely stretching some of those quad muscles, some of those hip flexors that go from the hip all the way down to the knee. Can be a little bit of a lengthener for your psoas too, so make sure you're doing your belly breath. That leg roll to one side to press up. And we'll get the other side, taking your double stag, hands behind, squeeze the glutes to lift, little tuck of the pelvis. And slowly find your pose. Always returning to the breath if your mind starts to wander. fully, deeply be present in your body. How can you find a little more ease in this position? How can you breathe deeper? Beautiful. And then gently rolling to one side to press up. And just let your knees fall side to side, giving your booty a little massage. All right, y'all. Taking whatever Shavasana is going to feel the most supportive for your body. You can have it a bolster under your back, under your knees. You can take a little like curled up position here, or no bolster at all. Whatever your body is calling for. Saying to your body, you are so magical and powerful. Thank you for your adaptability. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for all that you do for me to keep me alive and to allow me to move and dance and express myself and stretch and do yoga. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. Let your body know that it is so appreciated. To run your hands over your body, maybe over your legs, your hip flexors, or your shoulders, anywhere, just to show your body some appreciation. And find a little more movement. Up. Ooh. Take a sip of water. All right, my friends, great job today. Go rehydrate, love yourself. You did so good today. Inhale, arms up. Exhale down. May the rest of your day be spacious, easeful, and peaceful. I love you. Namaste.